Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is like a new position for my camcorder, so let's see how it turns out. Woohoo, hello. Yeah, so tell me if you think it's better or worse, but I don't really know yet. Basically, I know this isn't the most appropriate thing to be wearing for this video, but I thought, well, it doesn't really matter. It's better than me being like topless or something. You know, but whatever. In this video I basically want to talk about, well, how you cannot avoid listening to mainstream music even if you choose to, basically. And what I mean by that is, like, you get people on here on YouTube and thing, and some articles that say, oh, if you don't like the mainstream music, then don't listen to it. Well, the problem is with that is if you go in a shop, or if you go in and you go to a friend's house, or you go to like I don't know, a club or something, they always seem to be playing that music, so it's almost like you cannot avoid it unless you stay at home all the time, and you know, day in, day out, because at some point you're going to have to go out and go into these shops to buy clothes and food and water and all these things that you need, and you're going to end up listening to it whether you want to or not, because that's the radio station that happens to be on and that's the music they happen to play. So, you know, it's almost, and especially like, you know, taxi drivers and people like that have got these stations on, so they're listening to it as well. And I'm not trying to judge anybody here, but you know, wherever you go, you cannot avoid the mainstream music unless you stay indoors and listen to something else, like, you know, independent music or music from the past, something like that. Basically, you can't avoid it, you know, and no matter how hard you try, wherever you go, you're going to end up running into it. So no, we cannot avoid the mainstream and stop listening to it, because you know, whenever you go out, you probably hear it all the time. People might be playing it in their cars, going down the street or something, you know, and you always hear it. So that's, yeah, basically that's my point of this video, is just saying you cannot avoid the mainstream music even if you want to. And you might be saying, oh, well, what's so bad about the mainstream? What isn't bad about it? You know, you get people like Rebecca Black and just these Justin Bieber, for example, Miley Cyrus, and oh yeah, what's her name? Cheryl Lloyd with Swagger Jagger, because that's a great song, you know. So, what great lyrics in that song! I mean, you know, really inspiring. It inspires me to make loads of music. That does. I mean, damn. It seems to me like nowadays, you know, it's so geared towards like teenagers. And it's mainstream music is a lot about, you know, younger kids and things, and so once they grow up, it's like I feel sorry for them, because what are they gonna grow up? They say, I remember when I was younger, I used to listen to Swagger Jagger and Baby Baby Baby, you know, baby baby, you know, how exciting. I mean, I had some pretty bad stuff, but it didn't get to that point, you know, when I was younger. At least it was somewhat very small percent of it was acceptable, you know. But damn, it's such a shame, because they've got to grow up listening to this, and then there's probably going to be another era of people making the same shitty music, you know. And basically, like I say, like, you just end up growing up with it, because you listen. One generation listens to this shit music, and then it gets passed on to the next generation, the next, and it's unavoidable, you know. And then, because you're gonna hear your kids listening to this mainstream music, and you're gonna hear your friends listening to it, and that's my point. Like, you cannot avoid the mainstream music, no matter how bad it is or good it is. You cannot avoid it, because it's everywhere, wherever you go, unless you stay indoors, and you know, there's a chance that somebody in your family might be playing it, you know. So it's pretty much unavoidable. So for them people that say, don't listen to the mainstream, it's kind of hard, you know. I don't choose to listen to the mainstream music, but at the end of the day, when I go out to a shop, or I go out to you know, an arcade or anywhere really, you know, even over a friend's house or something, you're bound to hear it. You are bound, unless, you know, well, I'm not going to say in all cases you're bound to hear mainstream music, because I'm sure, you know, when you go over your friend's house, I'm sure, you know, to visit a friend, and I'm sure that, you know, there's a pair, about 50% that, you know, listen to good music, you know, and I'm not trying to sum everybody up and stereotype everybody by saying when you go over to see a friend and they're all playing this shitty mainstream music, you know. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that a lot of the time that is the case, because that is what they listen to, and that's a shame. But you know, maybe I'm just rambling here, so I'm just gonna end the video by saying you cannot avoid mainstream music no matter how much you want to, because when you go out, you're bound to listen to it, one way or another. You know, whether you've got the radio on in the car or, you know, whatever the case may be, you're bound to listen to it. And it's not even by choice, you know, sometimes you just have to listen to it. You're like forced to listen to it because a friend wants to or something, or another family member does. There you go. So, yeah. Subscribe to this channel, add me as a friend. More videos to come in the future, obviously. And hopefully I'll make another one soon. Because I actually have now got a few ideas of what videos I can make. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Tell me what you think of this new camera angle, and peace.